Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I hope you're having a splendid day. My name is Maz. Today is the second episode of my new car prep. So the car is then a Audi A3, which will be my daily driver during winter. The Mustang will be parked inside and left alone. In the first episode, I talked about the different steps that I will perform in the new car prep series then, and some of the products that I will be using. So in today's episode we will be 1. Washing and cleaning the wheels. 2. We will be washing the car, so we will do a pre-wash. We will do shampooing and the regular 2-bucket method. And then also we will be going over all the nooks and crannies with a small tiny brush to get everything 100% top-notch clean before we continue with anything else. So that is what we're going to do today, and I will show you the products I will be using. So we will start off by washing and prepping and cleaning the wheels. I don't know if it comes through. They are a bit dirty, not too bad. I mean, the car has just rolled 700 kilometers or so anyhow, we need to attack that. To our help, I will be using Sonax Extreme wheel cleaner. So this is not concentrated, so this is a 750 ml bottle, and it is rather expensive, but I have been using this stuff for many years and the results are really good. However, in this video then I will just spray this on, let it dwell and do its work, and we will use our pressure washer to rinse it off and see how much of that dirt and grime is still there. And usually what these type of products do is then from your brake pads, or the dust from your brake pads and the metal particles, etc., when it rusts, these products then will dissolve that rust and shrink it down, and your metal particle which is left on the wheel is supposed to then let go. However, in order to get everything off, we need to mechanically also touch the wheels, and this is where we will use a shampoo. In this case I use Meguiar's NXT car wash. I have used this also for many years, not only on the rims, on the car in general as well, together with my 2 buckets then. However, for the wheels I have one separate bucket for the wheels and multiple types of brushes, and also I have a mitt which I use when I clean my wheels. Before we start then, I just want to demonstrate the condition of the wheels now before we apply the Sonax. So I'll just do like this, and you see it's quite good amount of dirt on the wheels, and we'll see after we have applied the Sonax and when we rinse it off if there will be any difference here. As you can see, the product has reacted quite well. It took some time. This has been sitting now for 3-4 minutes. It's time to rinse it off with a pressure washer, and we will see the results of how that road film that was on the wheels have reacted then to the product. Now we have rinsed the product off. I don't know if this comes through in the video, but it has done an amazing job. I don't know if you can see this. As you saw before, the rolled film on this part of the wheel was quite evident, and when I do like this now, as you can see, it is not as much dirt at all. The rolled film is more or less removed on the whole wheel looking at it, but we still and must do the mechanical cleaning as well. So that is the next step. So we will fill up our bucket and use our mitt and brushes to get the wheels cleaned. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, of course it started raining. Why not? However, I was able to get all four wheels clean, so we have done that part. What I will do now is actually drive the car inside the garage, and I will be drying up the wheels, and I guess we will have to continue this video on a sunny day or cloudy day, whatever day, whenever it's not raining. At least, unfortunately, we have to stop the video here, and we'll have to continue when the weather allows it to actually then perform the steps we need to do with regards to prepping the paint. So we'll stop it here and continue whenever we can. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we finally got a break in the weather. So it is nice weather outside, but we are not in the sun and the surface is not hot, so it's a perfect day for cleaning the car, or we are in the right spot to clean the car, at least during this time of day. So previously we have done the wheels, and what is left now is to actually wash the car itself. What we will then be using, as I talked about earlier, is I will use Built Hammer Auto Foam or Auto Foam as a pre-wash step in my foam cannon. So I've already diluted it. We'll see how much this will last, and then also you can get a perception on how much of this product is needed. Also, that has to do with what type of foam cannon you're using as well. Once that is done, we will empty the foam cannon and we will go ahead with Turtle Wax Snow Foam as a shampoo. And we will use our 2-bucket method, and I will actually apply some of the shampoo directly in my clean bucket then. And then we'll see also how this product performs with regards to how slick it is and how much suds we get, etc. So let's get on with the washing. So we are ready to go ahead with the pre-wash. I forgot to mention before then, this is diluted 1 to 10, so we have 1 parts of the pre-wash and 10 parts of water in it. And the ratio of water and mixture is set to max, so we should get as thick a layer as possible with the pre-wash. However, as this is diluted already in the foam cannon, you won't see that really thick, how should I say, appearance when it's being foamed out on the car. But I'll show you what that looks like. I don't know how well this comes through. As you can see, it's not that thick when being diluted. I mean, I could have had more product in my foam cannon, but it is not necessary with this pre-wash, hence why I like it so much. So we'll continue with the rest of the car and we'll let it dwell and we will rinse it off thoroughly. So I just wanted to show you this. As you remember, we had the mixture up until this point, I believe it was. However, we still have some product left and I still did the whole car. Okay, this is a small car, but anyhow it gives you a good idea how cost effective this product is. It is not fancy thick, but it does the job. And also then as you dilute it, you will have more product which you can use then for multiple washes. Before we continue washing the whole surface of the car with the buckets and the mitts, etc., I'll go over all of these areas and the nooks and crannies and so on with an all-purpose cleaner and a small brush. I do this if I'm going to polish the car in a later stage, so we ensure that we don't have anything left on those areas that could potentially then get stuck in our pads and we would then potentially damage the paint. So that is the next step, and what I will do, so I will go over all the parts over the car with the brush and then we'll continue. Alright, so now we have gone over all the nooks and crannies of the car with the all-purpose cleaner and the small brush, as you saw. The next step is the second step of the mechanical washing of the car, and as I mentioned then, I will be using Turtle Wax Snow Foam Shampoo directly in my foam cannon then. So I have diluted according to the instructions, so 60 to 90 milliliters of 1 liter of foam cannon bottle then. So the rest is filled up with water in this foam cannon. So we will see how this will then sud once applied to the car. And then before we continue, I will pour some of the shampoo directly into my bucket, also to be safe. And also then we will see how much lubrication this gives between the mitt and the paint then. So that is what we will do next, and as you can see I am using the 2-bucket method. So I will have 1 bucket which will be with clean water and 1 bucket with dirty water, and I have 2 mitts. The yellow mitt I use for the lower portions of the car, the red mitt I use for the upper portions of the car to minimize any risk of dragging along dirt from the underside of the car then up onto the upper portions. And as you can see, we have grit guards. So what I do is I dunk my mitt into the bucket with clean water, wash one surface, then I will dunk it into the dirty water and trying to rub it against the grit guard to loosen any potential dirt, and then I will dunk the mitt again into the clean bucket then and continue with the other panel. So let's get on with the second part of this mechanical washing then. Alright, I had to relocate a bit because the sun is coming around, but that's no issue. So what I will do is then apply the turtleback snow foam with the foam cannon, and we'll see how much suds we get and also then how much lubrication we get when we actually touch the paint with the mitt. So let's get on with that. I can right off the bat say that this has much more foam than we saw in suds compared to the pre-wash we had, but that's okay. So now let's start washing and see what it's like. I can right away tell that we have really good amount of lubrication, no force applied at all, but the mitt is gliding over the surface really nicely. This feels really good. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going on with the recording of this episode number 2, but the camera ran out of memory during the washing procedure. However, I did finalize the washing, and all the nooks and crannies in the doors and the door jambs and in the trunk, etc., have been washed. And also the sun started hitting us, so I drove the car inside and started the drying procedure. Unfortunately, I don't have that on film. I hope it is okay. With regards to the Turtle Wax Snow Foam shampoo, I have to say I am really pleased. I will give it two thumbs up. I was really pleased using the product. As you saw, it foamed really well, and also the lubrication between the mitt and the car, it was really great at that as well. So it lubricated in a good way as well. So I would highly recommend that if you want to try out a new shampoo, and specifically if you want to use your foam can and then applying it to save you some time. Whew, that was that. So in the next episode we will be doing then the chemical and mechanical decontamination of the car. Unfortunately, then we have to repeat some of these steps because I have to rinse the car and apply the iron particle remover and rinse the car again, and then do the shampooing part with Meguiar's Wash Plus, etc. So yeah, this didn't save me time, so to speak, but anyhow, that's the way it is. If you have used any of these products before and or are interested in them and have questions, just let me know in the comment sections below. And also, if you have any other questions, just let me know and I will try to answer them the best I can. Give me one thumbs up, two thumbs down, subscribe, and until the next time.